Part 1. The World Reclaimed, Extended. In the heart of what was once a bustling metropolis, nature now reigned supreme. Eli, an elderly man with a lifetime etched into his face, meandered through the overgrown ruins. This city, once a symbol of human achievement, now lay in the gentle yet unyielding grip of nature. Trees sprouted through cracked concrete, and wildflowers adorned the skeletons of skyscrapers. Eli moved with a sense of purpose through this new wilderness, his hands, rough from years of toil, contrasted with the delicate petals he brushed past. He was a solitary figure in this reclaimed world, a guardian of a forgotten art, in an age where survival was the only craft practiced by the scattered few who remained. His sanctuary, a hidden greenhouse nestled in the heart of ruin, was a testament to his resilience. Inside, amidst rows of plants and flowers, Eli waged a silent war against the decay that claimed the world outside. Each plant he tended to was a living memory, a piece of history preserved against the relentless march of time. Yet, amid his nurturing, Eli's thoughts often drifted to the last seed. Whispered tales spoke of a seed capable of thriving in any environment, a beacon of renewal in a world laid to waste. It was this legend that ignited a flicker of hope in Eli's heart, a hope for a future where nature and humanity could coexist in harmony. Chapter 2. The Sanctuary of Hope. In the midst of a city reclaimed by wild vines and relentless green, stood a hidden oasis, Eli's greenhouse. This glass sanctuary, a vestige of a world long gone, was a vibrant tapestry of life amidst the surrounding decay. Eli, with his silver hair and hands weathered by time and toil, was its sole caretaker, a sentinel of a forgotten craft. Within these walls, Eli had created a microcosm of the world as it once was. Each shelf and table bore pots of rare and common plants alike, each with its own story, its own piece of history. There were herbs that had once seasoned meals in homes now lost to time, flowers that had bloomed in gardens long overrun by the wilderness, and vines that mirrored those that now entwined the city's ruins. Eli moved among these living relics with a reverence that went beyond mere gardening. To him, each plant was a connection to the past, a living memory of the earth's diverse beauty. He nurtured them not just with water and soil, but with memories and stories, whispered as he pruned and tended. At night, the greenhouse transformed into a haven of learning and reflection. Surrounded by the soft glow of lanterns, Eli would delve into his collection of botanical texts and journals. The pages, worn and fragile, held centuries of knowledge, a legacy of a world that had prized understanding nature as much as mastering it. It was during these quiet hours, amidst the rustling of leaves and the subtle fragrance of blooming flowers, that Eli's thoughts invariably turned to the last seed. The legend of the seed, capable of thriving in any environment, was more than a botanical curiosity to Eli. It symbolized a bridge between the world that was and the world that could be. In his quest for the last seed, Eli began cataloguing his own knowledge. He started compiling a compendium of all he knew and had learned about plants, hoping that one day it might serve those who came after him. This compendium was his legacy, a gift to a future he dared to hope for. As weeks melded into months, Eli's sanctuary became more than a greenhouse. It became a symbol of resilience and hope. It was a beacon that, despite the prevailing wilderness outside, humanity's spirit of preservation and reverence for nature endured. Amidst the solitude, Eli found a profound sense of peace and purpose. Each day in his sanctuary brought new discoveries, small victories in the battle against time and neglect. And each night, as he pored over his books and notes, the legend of the last seed called to him with increasing urgency, a siren song of a dream that he could no longer ignore. Eli knew that the quest for the last seed was a journey that would take him far from the safety of his sanctuary. Yet he also knew it was a journey he had to undertake, for in his heart he carried the hope of not just a gardener, but of a world on the cusp of rebirth. Chapter 3. Into the Wild, Unknown. The first rays of the morning sun found Eli standing at the edge of the city, his silhouette etched against the sprawling wilderness. The old map in his hands was more a collection of memories than a guide. its paths and landmarks faded and obscured by time. As he ventured beyond the familiar, each step took him deeper into a world transformed. The city's skeletal buildings gave way to dense forests, and the once bustling streets were now mere trails in the undergrowth. Eli's journey was a solitary one, but he was not alone. The land teemed with life birds sang from the treetops, and small creatures rustled in the underbrush. Nature, in its boundless resilience, had flourished. Eli's days were marked by the rhythm of the sun and the stars. He traversed valleys where rivers wound like silver threads, and climbed hills that offered vistas of the wild land stretching to the horizon. At night, he sheltered under the canopy of trees or in the ruins that dotted the landscape, remnants of a world that once was. Each evening, as he set up camp, Eli took time to document his journey. In a worn journal, he sketched the plants he discovered and noted their characteristics. This journal was more than a record. It was a testament to his journey, a bridge between his past life as a gardener and his new role as a chronicler of a reborn world. The further Eli travelled, the more he realised that his quest for the last seed was about more than finding a mythical object. It was a journey of discovery, an opportunity to witness firsthand the tenacity of life. This realization filled him with a sense of purpose that transcended his original mission. Chapter 4: Amongst the Ruins. As Eli ventured into the heart of the wilderness, the remnants of civilization became less frequent, replaced by a landscape that was both alien and familiar. The ruins he encountered spoke of humanity's achievements and follies. Crumbling structures, once symbols of progress, now reclaimed by nature's embrace. Eli's path led him through ghost towns where nature had painted over the scars of human habitation. Moss-covered cars lay abandoned, their stories lost to time. Buildings, their facades eroded, stood as monuments to the transient nature of human endeavour. In these silent towns, Eli felt the weight of history, a poignant reminder of the impermanence of human achievements. But amidst the decay, Eli found beauty. Nature had not just destroyed, it had transformed. Wildflowers bloomed in abandoned homes, and trees grew through the heart of old factories. This interplay of destruction and rebirth fascinated Eli. He took time to explore these places, understanding that they were as much a part of the journey as the last seed itself. In his solitude, Eli often reflected on the lessons these ruins offered. They were a mirror to his own life, a life once dedicated to controlling nature within the confines of his greenhouse, now a journey in harmony with the wild. This change in perspective was gradual, but profound. Eli began to see himself not as a keeper of the old ways, but as a part of the new world that was emerging around him. The journey transformed Eli in ways he could not have anticipated. He became more attuned to the natural world, learning to read the language of the land, the rustle of leaves, the flow of water, the patterns of the stars, all became his guides. He no longer felt like an outsider in a wild world, but a participant in its endless cycle of life and death, growth and decay. Chapter 5: The Promise of Renewal. As Eli stood in the secluded valley, cradling the last seed in his weathered hands, he felt a profound connection to the world around him. This valley, untouched by the decay that had claimed much of the earth, was a living testament to nature's resilience. Ancient trees stood tall, their branches swaying in the gentle breeze, and the river sang a melody of timeless continuity. With a reverence born of years tending to the earth's bounty, Eli knelt and began to prepare the soil. He chose a spot near the river where the land was fertile, and the sun kissed the earth with gentle warmth. As he worked the soil, he thought of the countless gardens he had cultivated, the plants he had nurtured. Each had been a step on the path that led him here. Planting the last seed was a ritual, a sacred act that bridged the gap between the gardener he had been and the guardian of the future he was becoming. As he covered the seed with soil, Eli felt a surge of hope, a sense that he was planting more than a seed. He was planting the possibility of a new beginning. In the days that followed, Eli watched over the sprout with a paternal care. The tiny green shoot that emerged from the earth was a symbol of new life, a promise of renewal. Eli's journey had been one of discovery, but it had also been a journey of transformation. He had set out to find a seed, but in the process, he had found a new purpose. The valley became Eli's new sanctuary, a place where he could nurture the last seed and watch as it grew into a symbol of hope. He began to cultivate the land around the sprout, envisioning a garden that would one day be a haven for all forms of life, a testament to the coexistence of humanity and nature. As the seasons changed, the last seed flourished, its roots reaching deep into the earth, its leaves unfurling to embrace the sky. Eli too grew with the seed, his connection to the land deepening with each passing day. He became a part of the valley, a custodian of the delicate balance between the wild and the cultivated. Word of Eli's discovery and his flourishing garden spread among the scattered remnants of humanity. People, drawn by the legend of the last seed and the promise of a new beginning, began to journey to the valley. Eli welcomed them, sharing his knowledge and his vision of a world reborn. Hey there, thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this video interesting and enjoyable. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and hit that bell icon so you won't miss any of our future videos. If you have any thoughts or questions, feel free to drop a comment below. I love hearing from you all. And if you're looking for more content to enjoy, check out our other videos. You might find something else you love. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.